Hello there, my name is Elizabeth Ferty and I'm Director of Programming for Pensions and Investments World Pension Summit. And today I am joined by James Budenberg, who is Associate Client Advisor for Voya Investment Management. Hi James, I hope I pronounced your name correctly. How are you?
You nailed it first time. It doesn't happen very often.
Excellent. Well, we people with interesting surnames need to stick together.
Don't ask me to say yours.
I won't. James, tell us who you are and your role at Voya and what Voya does for the people who don't know.
I'm James. As you said, I'm an Associate Client Advisor at Voya Investment Management. We're an asset manager headquartered in the US. We do the full range of assets across privates and publics, and we're really excited to be attending the World Pension Summit for our second time this year.
Very good. We're very excited to have you in The Hague. It's going to be fun and hopefully not this warm. Otherwise, we really do have problems. James, so you have been either volunteered or you have volunteered to do the One Word Answer interview. So thank you very much for that. For the people who may not have seen one of these before, I will ask James 11 questions, and James can only answer with one word responses. So you have to get quite creative. I'm sure you can do it. You do have 3 get out of jail cards, James. You can give no comment, popular with politicians the world over. You can give a clarification on one answer, or you can change your answer if you need to. Is that all clear?
It is. I will try not to bend the rules.
Bending is fine, breaking is frowned upon. So, question number 1, James. What do you think is the biggest theme for our sector?
This is going to be a really boring. It's not a boring answer, but it's ESG, isn't it?
It should. Well, as I say, sitting in London, dying in a heat wave, certainly is ESG. What do you think our sector learned over the pandemic?
Teams.
Okay. Teams, the program, or working in teams?
The program /Zoom /use any video conferencing software of your choice.
Yes, we all had to get very digital savvy, didn't we? What asset class are you the most optimistic about over the next decade?
If the asset class is 2 words,
that's fine.
Private credit.
Private credit, okay. And what asset class are you the least optimistic about?
I'm an optimistic person, so I'm going to use my pass.
Okay, very good, very diplomatic.
Thanks.
What do you think is the biggest challenge to institutional investors as a broad group?
I'm going to say change.
Okay. And what is the biggest opportunity?
I'm also going to say change, but I'm going to clarify on that one.
Okay.
I think the world is changing. I appreciate I'm quite young, but I think the world is changing quite fast right now, and so that presents you with a lot of changing dynamics. You've got volatility in the markets. You've got funded status in a lot of places at all-time highs. You present with a lot of choices, and that is both a challenge and an opportunity.
Right. What is the biggest challenge for pension funds specifically?
Funny, you spend so long talking about this stuff, but when you have to narrow it down to one word.
Yeah.
We're going to have to say choice.
Yeah. And what is the biggest opportunity? Well, you can argue it's the same.
I'll try not to defend so much. I'll say transition.
Right. Okay. So looking back to, going to you now, James. What good habits did you nurture under the lockdown situation that we've had?
I'm going to say family.
Very good. I think there has been some positives. That's good. And did you stick to this good family nurturing and since we've been released, I suppose?
Well, I have to say yes or no, don't I? I can't say kind of maybe.
You can say maybe.
Because the right answer is a bit.
Okay, that's fine. We like honesty at World Pension Summit. Without honesty, you can't do it. And question number 11, what are you looking forward to the most about attending World Pension Summit in The Hague?
Oh, it's the dinner. The dinner. It's.
I'm so pleased that that someone has been honest and not said the networking and not said being with all the. It's the catering. The catering in The Hague is incredible.
It's the chat. The quality of the conversation at the dinner last year was fantastic. It was a really, really good one.
Okay, so it's still just me looking forward to the catering. Okay, brilliant, James. And final question, bit of a curveball for you here. Why would you say that World Pension Summit is not your average conference?
So I've only been to one, and it was a particularly unique conference because this is last year. We're coming out of the pandemic. It's most people's first conference. It's got less people than you used to, like loads of people, and it was like 50 of us for 3 days. So you got to know everyone. Everyone was there. You got to know them really, really well. So you come away with maybe a deeper relationship with people than you otherwise would at a normal event. And I don't know if that's going to be every year, but there was a particularly good experience last year.
It's always good. It's always a great event. Brilliant. Well, we look forward to seeing you at the dinner and the rest of the conference at World Pension Summit in November in The Hague. Thank you very much for joining us, James, and thank you for doing a one-word answer interview.
Thank you for having me.